Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rich Bradley, President of the Board of Public Service. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Public Service for Tuesday, September 26, 2023. There are no lettings today, but we do have one hearing which had been continued, which we will handle at this time. Hearing number 129325, continuation. This is a continuation of hearing number 129325, which is being conducted pursuant to section 26.100.030 of the revised code of the city of St. Louis. On August 8, 2023, the board tabled its decision on whether to revoke the conditional use permit numbered as 129325 issued to Disselkamp Contracting CO Robert Disselkamp to occupy 6400 Gravois Avenue as a full package liquor store. The parties have been notified of the violations of the conditions number 4, 6, and 8 of the conditional use permit in writing by certified mail, along with the posted notice of today's hearing.
Hello?
Hey, Sandra.
Condition number 4, there shall be no sale of items that can be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia, as defined in Ordinance 68404 or successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include but are not limited to the following: Backwoods, Dutch Masters, Garcia y Vega, Game, Optimo, Philly, Splitterillo, Swisher Sweets, and White Owl. Condition number 6, there shall be no loitering, for which the applicant must post a no loitering sign and enforce it. And condition number 8, the applicant must apply for and receive a permit from the City of St. Louis Building Division before posting signage, and the signage must be professionally prepared and approved by the Office of Zoning Administrator before being installed. The Board of Public Service will hear from the Zoning Administrator as to the issues of compliance and any changes since August 8, 2023. The board will ask for additional testimony, if any, in support of the revocation. Then the conditional use holder will be given the opportunity to present evidence. Lastly, the board will hear other testimony in opposition to the revocation, if any. The testimony today is being recorded. When you come forward, please state your name and your address and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board and not to those in the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent and not coach the witnesses. During your testimony, members of this board may have questions for you. Following the hearing, the board will proceed with its regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the regular agenda, the board will deliberate, discuss, and vote on the hearing. The board will notify the conditional use holder of its decision by mail in about 2 weeks. In addition to those items introduced into the record at the August 8th hearing, Item 1, a certified copy of the zoning code of the City of St. Louis. Item 2, the conditional use permit numbered as 129325, issued on July 20th, 2021 for Disselkamp Contracting CO Robert Disselkamp to occupy 6400 Gravois as a full package liquor store. Item 3, a letter dated July 20th, 2023, sent certified mail to Disselkamp Contracting CO Robert Disselkamp at 201 Sheridan Road, St. Louis, Missouri, 63125, notifying the permit holder of the violations of the permit and providing notice of the public hearing regarding the revocation of conditional use permit number 129325 at 6400 Gravois Avenue to be held on August 8, 2023. Item 4, a letter dated July 20th, 2023, sent certified mail DBA Royal Liquors at 6404 Gravois Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63116, regarding the violation of the permit and providing notice of the public hearing regarding the revocation of conditional use permit numbered 129325 to be held on August 8th, 2023. Item 5, a memorandum dated July 11th, 2023 from the zoning plan examiner Terrell Island to the zoning administrator Mary Hart Burton, stating that on July 10th, 2023, Mr. Island found a violation of condition number 4, as there were for sale brands of cigars and cigarillos that are prohibited, such as Backwoods, Dutch Masters, and Swisher Sweets. Finding a violation of condition number 6, in that there was not a no loitering sign posted, and a finding of violation of condition number 8 due to adhesive unpermitted signage on the building, advertising liquor products and promoting customers to shop local. Item 6, a copy of an email from Mary Hart Burton dated July 6, 2023 to Terrell Island requesting an inspection of 6400 Gravois to determine if the conditions were being violated. Item 7, a copy of an email from Terrell Island to Michelle Knox dated July 19, 2023 regarding attaching permit and contact information for 6400 Gravois Avenue. Item 8, a conditional use hearing record of July 8, 2021 for 6400 Gravois Avenue, in which the applicant agreed not to sell any cigar or cigarillo products on the prohibited drug paraphernalia list. Item 9, a copy of the public notice of today's hearing in the City Journal dated July 25th, August 1st, and August 8th, 2023. Item 10, a copy of an email dated July 14th, 2023 from Mary Hart Burton to Michelle Knox regarding a scheduling of the hearing. Item 11, photographs dated July 10th, 2023 of a sign posted at 6400 Gravois providing notice of the public, notice to the public of today's hearing at room 325, City Hall, 145. Item 12, additional photographs dated July 10th, 2023 of the outside conditions at 6400 Gravois and the prohibited cigars and cigarillos for sale at store. The Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents, which are being introduced into evidence today. Item 13, a letter dated August 8, 2023, mailed to 6400 Vigharda LLC, CO Patel Kaushik, 6400 through 04 Gravois Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63116, notifying the addressee of the violations of the permit, and this board tabled the revocation hearing for 45 days until September 26, 2023. Item 14, a letter dated August 8, 2023, sent certified mail to DBA Royal Liquors, CO Patel Kaushik, 6400 through 04 Gravois Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63116, notifying the addressee of the violations of the permit, and the board tabled the revocation hearing for 45 days until September 26, 2023. Item 15, a copy of the public notice of today's hearing in the City Journal dated September 12th, September 19th, and September 26, 2023. Item 16, photographs dated September 20th, 2023 of a sign posted at 6400 Gravois providing the notice of the public to the public of today's hearing, room 325, City Hall, 1:45 p.m. And item 17, additional photographs dated September 20th, 2023 of the outside conditions at 6400 Gravois. At this time, the board asks the representative of the Office of Zoning Administrator to please come forward and be sworn in.
Hello, Terrell. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give before this board is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, board members. I am here to present evidence of my investigation for 6400 through 04 Gravois for Royals Liquor. So this is a follow-up investigation that was done just yesterday, the 25th, from a prior investigation that was done on August 7, 2023, There were a couple of conditions that were being violated on August 7th, particularly condition number 4 in regard to the sale of cigars or cigarillos that can commonly be used or adapted for use for controlled substance. And then they have examples Backwoods, Dutch Mattress, Garcia E. Vega, Endgame, Optimo, Phillies, Glitterillos, Swisher Sweets, and White Owl. And my findings are that there are no cigars or cigarillos displayed for sale on the shelves of the store now. And then also, in addition to that, the store owner, I think, removed the pop-off tops, the lighters with the pop-off tops. There were lighters that I think can be converted to use to light or fire up drugs, substances, and things like that. So they removed all of those as well. So that condition is now in compliance. And then in addition to that, they were in violation of the condition for signage. The applicant must apply for and receive a permit from the city of St. Louis Building Division before posting signage. And the signage must be professionally prepared and approved by the Office of the Zoning Administrator before being installed. Now, the last time we met, they had just applied for the sign permit and it was not approved. But today the sign permit has been issued for the freestanding Captain Morgan sign, as well as the signage that's on the storefront. So they are now fully in compliance with all the conditions of conditional use permit number 129325. Are there any questions or comments?
So I will just ask one question to start, and then I'll ask if anyone else has any. So originally, they were in violation of condition 4, 6, and 8, and 6 being condition the no loitering sign. Are you also saying that they have posted that as well?
Yeah, they do have a no loitering sign.
Excellent, thank you. I will open the floor for any questions from any of our board directors. Okay, seeing none, thank you for your testimony today, Terrell. At this time, if there's anyone else present who wishes to testify the noted conditions have not been complied with, please come forward and be sworn in. I do not see anyone on the screen. Michelle, there's no one in the room with you, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and I do not see anyone in the chat. So last time, if you're here to testify the conditions have not been complied with, please bring it to my attention at this time. Okay, seeing none, let the record reflect there is no one here to testify in support of the revocation. At this time, the board asks the conditional use permit holder to please come forward and be sworn in. Again, I'm not seeing that person on the screen, not in the room with you, Michelle, or not in chat. The conditional use permit holder is here. Please bring it to my attention at this time. Let the record reflect that the conditional use permit holder was not present for today's hearing. Finally, if there's anyone present opposing this revocation that wishes to testify, please come forward and be sworn in. I don't see anyone on the screen. I don't see anyone in the room with you, Michelle, and I don't see anyone in the chat. So if there's anyone present who wishes to testify opposing the revocation, please bring it to my attention at this time. Seeing none, let the record reflect there is no one present to testify in opposition to the revocation. The matter concerning hearing number 129325 is now closed and submitted. The board will proceed with its regular agenda. Can you please call the roll?
Director Coyle,
Here.
Director Davis,
Present.
Director Hayes is excused, Director Pearson,
Present.
Director Scobie is excused, Director Williams,
Present.
President Bradley.
Present. We have a quorum. I will call the meeting in order.
Regular business from the president. Recommendation that approval be given as follows. Amendment number 3 to contract number 77776, Met Service Contract with St. Louis Mat and Linen Company. This third amendment hereby adds the street department to the Met Service Contract. The termination date remains the same as March 31st, 2024, and the contract max not to exceed amount remains the same at $125,000. From the Office of Special Events, request that the following be approved subject to certain conditions. There is one special event to be declared a festival zone. Better Family Life Unity Fest will take place at 5415 Page Avenue, September 30th at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Setup and tear down will begin September 29th at 7 a.m. and end September 30th at 7 p.m. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action the following. Item 1, repair of a damaged and loose keystone at the Howard Bend Water Treatment Plant Boiler House Building. The estimated cost of this work is $8,000. Item 2, replace chain of rocks softening basin, number 2 mixer variable speed drive. The work is needed to restore service to the softening basin and a critical facility for the water treatment process. The estimated cost of this work is $12,000. From the Directors of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that 2 applications from AT&T be approved, subject to certain conditions. Application number 00126 for 2666 Delmar Boulevard. Application number 00135 for 1544 South 3rd Street. From the Director of Public Safety, there are 5 conditional use permits to be approved, subject to certain conditions.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Steve Narr, zoning plan examiner for the city of St. Louis, representing the building commissioner. For board order number 766, transmitted here with our recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval is recommended for 5 applications. 4804 Labadie Avenue, 2031 Bremen Avenue, 2609 Cherokee Street, 6500 Morganford Road, and 4251 to 55 South Kings Highway Boulevard.
Thank you, Steve. Are there any questions on today's conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
So move, Pearson.
Second Coyle.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
Director Williams,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, conditional uses are approved. Revocation hearing conditional use permit numbered 129325 DBA Royal Liquor 6400 through 04 Gravois. We heard from the zoning department that the conditional use holder has rectified all issues with the 3 problems with conditional use that were noted. And there, just for the record, I'd like to mention that there were no one present to testify in support of the revocation, no one present to testify in opposition to the revocation, and our conditional permit holder was not present for the hearing. So with that brief testimony, I will open the floor up and entertain any questions or comments from the board.
Hello, I'm here from the Royal Liquors, behalf of my husband.
Ma'am,
So-
we already had the hearing, so I would ask you to please mute your microphone at this time.
Okay.
You were not present at the time we did the hearing, so now the board is deliberating. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. So if there's no further comments or questions from the board, the recommendation from the chair would be that since the conditional use permit holder is now in compliance with all the conditions, I would recommend that we dismiss this item without prejudice. If someone would be interested in making that motion.
Motion to dismiss without prejudice. Second, Williams.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
Director Williams,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, this item is dismissed. Thank you. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes as submitted? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
So moved, Davis. Second,
Second.
Williams.
Thank you. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
Director Williams,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, The meeting minutes are approved. Today's agenda, are there any questions or comments on today's BPS meeting agenda? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve Coyle?
Second, Williams.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Pearson.
Aye.
Director Williams,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, today's agenda is approved. Before we adjourn, are there any questions or any comments from any of our board directors? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn, please.
I don't want to leave. That means I have to go back to doing work. No. Motion to adjourn, Williams.
Second Coyle?
Thank you, directors. I have a motion, a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon.